Hi, my name is Molly Smith, and this is Vicki Lehman. We are representing the Child Care Resource and Referral Network and are here to talk to you about a few important pieces of the Indiana Cares About Child Care Fund. There are a few things that we have gotten lots of questions about, and we wanted to go over those today and hopefully help make this process easier for you. So Vicki has some questions that she's going to ask me, and then I'm going to share my screen and hopefully give you the places where you can find this information.
Awesome. So Molly, my first question would be, what if it's not working? What if I cannot get it to submit? What should I do?
Okay, so Vicki's talking about the application. So right here where you see apply now, if I click on that, it's going to take me to the application in Submittables. And if you don't have an open application or a username, you can create one. I already do, and so my information is here. If I get to the end and I hit submit and nothing's happening, what do I do is what she's asking. The first thing we're going to suggest is make sure that you look for every area that has an asterisk that it's completed and filled in. Because if it's not, it will not allow you to submit. You need to have an updated, uploaded registration or license, because if you do not include that, it will not submit. Also, your numbers, it's asking you to round to the nearest dollar. So if you're requesting $400 for something, we need 400. Do not put in 400.23. No sense. We just want everything as rounded as possible. And then also, if you go down to where you have or asked about other grants and loans that you may have received, if you've not received any, you're going to click on other funding and then put NA or not applicable. And then you're going to put the dollar amount of 0, because that needs to be filled in order to submit. And then after all of that, if it's still not submitting, then that's when you're going to close out of it and you're going to try to, again, open it up and get back in there and try again. Sometimes it's just closing it out. It can be glitchy, and often that is the thing we would recommend most, is for you to close out of the program, reopen, and see if it works then. If it's still not working, then that's when you could connect with either Submittable through their help desk that they have available, or you can contact your local CCR&R, and then they can help you with some troubleshooting. All right, Vicki, what's another question we get?
So where would I find my application number?
All right, that's a good question, because that's super helpful when any of us are asking. So if you have a question about your application, we're going to say, well, what's your number? So Vicki has completed an application in Submittable, and when she went and looked under her submissions, this is what pops up. And currently she has one active application. It's been received, and right here where you see 1177, that is showing her application number. If you have multiple applications, obviously there's going to be a longer list, and we would want to know which application number applies to what you're asking about. So your application number is always going to be on your application, and then if you are completed and submitted, you're going to go back to your submissions, and that's where you're going to find your application number.
Awesome. So next question would be, where will I find the information about the next date for the award announcements?
It's a great question. So I'm on the website, brighterfuturesindiana.org/programs/Indiana Cares. And so this is where all kinds of information is. Currently, there's information here where it says funding is available, and it says the next round of funding announcements will be made on February 23rd. This will be continually updated as soon as the next time is identified as when that funding will go out. Also, if you continue to scroll down, there is a timeline here, and this is helpful for you as you see when the award date was, and those that were received the award, then they can see how long they have to spend their funds, and then when the information is all due back to the CCR&R. So again, this is all on the website.
Awesome. So what about additional information about the reimbursement process? So what does the reimbursement process look like? How do I get my funds and different things like that?
Great. So an important piece to start that question with an answer is, here are the steps of how to take those things take place. We don't want you purchasing anything that you end up not getting reimbursed for, because we know that's very frustrating. So just making sure you understand this order. So number one, it's really before the application, you're deciding what you need. 2, you're applying for the grant. Then once you are awarded, which is number 3, after that time, that is then when you can purchase your materials. And again, definitely double checking your agreement, making sure that what you are purchasing is been approved in that agreement. After everything has been done, that is when you're going to collect all receipts and the reporting document that you are sent. And you are going to finish all of that, put it into one email, and send to your local child care resource and referral. After those are sent off and then reviewed and approved, then that's when you will receive your reimbursement. I would highly suggest that you try to make sure all receipts are as clean and clear as possible. So I know sometimes they get shoved in purses and can get wrinkled, and that does make it a little difficult to read. So making sure that the picture or the scan is very clear is important, and that they're all together, because if we're receiving a lot of different receipts from a lot of different people, they can get confusing. So if it's in one email, all of that together, it's submitted, and then making sure you check your email or ready to answer your phone. So if there are any questions, we can follow up and get that information as soon as possible, so we can get you your reimbursement as quick as we can.
So Molly, who would they contact if they had questions?
That's a great one, because we know that it really depends on the question as to who you talk to. So if you have a general question about childcare and the CARES grant, and you just need some basic information, the best way is to get a hold of Vicki at cares@brighterfuturesindiana.org. Sending her a quick email with your question, your county you're located in, the name of your program, will really be able to help her get you the information as fast as possible. If it's specific about your application or about your award, perhaps, or why you were denied, the easiest way to get an answer will be to call your child care resource and referral directly. If you're not sure who that is, obviously here we have a locate your CCRNR. It's also located on the FSSA website. And here is a map, and it shows you, depending on what county you're located in, you can use the color code to really find out who your resource and referral is. So, you know, if you're Marion County, Child Care Answers. If you're in Porter County, it's Geminis. Down here, if you're in Knox County, it's 4C. So really you can look at which county you're in, and then here's the information as far as the phone number and who to contact at that CCRNR.
Awesome. So last question, who would they contact if they had questions about other grants that might be available?
Again, we know that this is a really difficult time, and so maybe the CARES funding isn't meeting all of your needs, or you have different challenges. So one of the things, again, you can contact your local resource and referral, because they may be aware of local grants, perhaps by coalitions or United Way. One question we do get a lot is about the if I'm closed currently, and how do I help pay for that income loss? And so while the CARES Fund helps support reopening and getting your building open, we do not support lost revenue. And so here in the FAQs, it's under general, under the frequently asked questions. If you scroll down, right here's the question of, can I receive funding to cover lost revenue due to a temporary closure? And we at the Child Care Resource and Referral Network do not cover that with this grant, but you can apply to the Office of Early Childhood and Out of School Learning, and it's the Closure Assistance Grant. And here's the link, and it will take you directly to where you can apply. And it's, again, here it shows the grants and what is available. So again, we do not provide funding for lost revenue, but you can apply through the Office of Early Childhood and Out of School Learning. All right, Vicki, is that all your questions for today?
That's all I have for today.
Awesome. So again, just a reminder, most of your questions can be answered here at the website brighterfuturesindiana.org/programs/Indiana Cares. And then if, again, those questions are not able to be answered, you can take a shot at emailing Vicki at cares@brighterfuturesindiana.org, or if it's specific to an application, call your local resource and referral agency, and they'd be more than happy to help you. Thank you so much.